So now it's fully extending. Hey everybody, Ryan Gronfin here with Pilot Rhino. You haven't seen a video of mine in a really long time. And I'm so far behind on editing, but I just want to give you guys a quick update here. I'll put some pictures up, but about 2 months ago, I got into a pretty bad car accident. I was driving home after running some errands. It was about 8:45 at night. I was driving in the left lane of a busy street heading east, and there was a woman turning left heading west. So she would have been turning left opposite direction of me, and I was in the far left lane. And she just decided to go. I T-boned her, the front corner of her car. I was going probably 45. It was a busy street. That was the speed limit. And I just hit her. I mean, just straight on. No, I don't even know if I got my foot on the brakes. There were no skid marks. I think I got my foot on the brake, but I don't think I actually got applied anything or anything grabbed. I hit her hard. Fortunately, there was a guy at the opposite intersection that had dash cam footage because she tried to claim that I ran a red light. His dash cam footage showed that the light was green. It very quickly, they cited her, they gave her a ticket on site. It was her fault, but point is, my car was totaled. My amazing 26-year-old 4Runner that I loved, both airbags went out, dashboard crumbled in half, front windshield broken, side windows broken, my door folded. I couldn't even get out through my door. I had to get out through the passenger side. Dislocated discs, lower back, a couple dislocated discs, upper back, neck. So I've been kind of dealing with some pain and a lot of physical therapy, and just honestly haven't really had motivation to be working on the airplane. So it's been about 2 months. With that said, I also had to spend some money and buy a new car. I got a 2019 Jeep Rubicon. I'll put some pictures of that up there. But the point is, I'm just now, this is the first time I've touched the airplane in nearly 2 months. 2019 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon, Texas Trail Edition. Big old tires. This cool thing, check this out. It goes up. Cherry. I mean, it is in absolute perfect condition. Plus, it's got the one touch slider top. All right, so of the entire airplane build, the electronics, electronic system, electrical system, schematics, all of that is the most intimidating part for me. I understand the basics of electricity, grounds and powers, but when we start getting into like potentiometers, which is a fancy word for knobs, and things like this, I get a little out of my world. So one of the steps you have to do is extend your flap motor fully so you can get the measurement of, I think it's on this page here. I don't know where it is, but it's on one of the pages. So you get the measurement of, right here, from the center of that hole to the center of this hole fully extended to set this clevis. But you don't extend this by hand. You have to do it electronically. So thank you to the Facebook group. I assumed, because it said ground, I assumed that you connect black to the white wire, and then to extend, you put red on blue. That didn't work. What I was told was put one on blue and one on brown, and if it goes out, great. If not, flip it around. So check this out. So this is, you can use a 12-volt battery, but I've had this from my model airplane days, and I've used it lots of times on the airplane. It's a 12-volt source or a 13.8 volt source, and check this out. If you put the ground on, let me turn this on, if you put the ground on the brown and the red on the blue, your flat motor extends. I just love when this stuff works. It'll go to full stop, and then I can get my measurement, put all my flap torque tubes together, and get them in the airplane. So forgive the mess, but last week I was super excited because it was time to get these installed. These are the flap torque tubes, and get them connected up to the motor and get all the flap linkages working and everything. And then I put them in. It was a little bit difficult. I'll explain it later. And then I realized, oh my God, I hadn't done my rear seat floors yet, riveted them. And so once I had that in, the torque tubes, there was no way I was gonna get the floor in and get it riveted. So I wasn't able to do any work on the airplane last week, been super busy, but I went ahead and I took the torque tubes out, put the floors in, riveted them down. Nothing runs under them. There's no wires or anything. So it was finally time to do it. One thing I do want to make a note of here though, let's look at that side. Again, let me move this really quick. I did not use solid AN4 rivets for that. That's what the instructions say. I used MSP 42s and then 2 MSP 43s where there's a thicker piece behind that seatbelt thing. You could have used, I guess, the CS4s. I think that's what they are, the pan heads, not the flat heads. But, you know, a couple of people talked about it on the blog post because this is semi-structural. Like, it's not structural to hold the airplane together, but it's structural from the standpoint of, like, you're going to be standing on this. The Cherry Max rivets were recommended. So I went ahead and did that on both sides. The rest were fairly easy to get to. It was just this side because it's, like, tight down there. But all the others, I lift this up here. I was able to get in there. I was able to get these all riveted. So floor plans are down. And flap torque tubes will get installed. And then once those are installed, I'll start connecting the elevator push rods all the way back. Okay, so seriously, how am I supposed to get my hand in here and tighten this up? Look at what's happening to my arm. Just getting them on there. I have no idea how I'm gonna tighten that, but like, what? Like, what are they thinking? Like, seriously, I just don't understand. Okay, well, let me tell you. I mean, getting your hands in here, this was hard to do, to get those bolts torqued down. I don't have like a 90-degree like electric screwdriver. I have like a 30-degree head right there, but that didn't help me much on my little one. So I was able to figure it out with a combination of my ratchet, wrench, and my driver, my whatever that thing's called, my torque wrench. And just kind of, I mean, you only have like 2 inches of travel. And so it was like just, you know, it took like 10 minutes of just dooch, 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 because you couldn't really get any travel. But I got them both done. So this is all ready. The whole flap torque tube assembly. Boy, I sure hope this is right. I mean, the last thing I want to do is ever have to take this off, like literally ever. But it looks right because it runs out of throw there, and then it runs out of throw here. So I'm assuming, you know, center is somewhere like that. Or it really only goes one direction now that I think about it. So yeah, I mean, this looks right. So now all I have to do is, I was just holding this in here with a piece of wood. But I mean, basically this is about halfway out right now. So I can get that connected, and then we'll test the travel on it and see if I got all my measurements correct. But this is the new flat motor, what used to be the PH flat motor, I guess. This one has the sensors that stop at the right spot or feedback. It's got the new bracketry. So yeah, just gonna get that hooked up. And then hopefully, like I said, hopefully for the entire life of this airplane, I will never have to stick my hands in there and do anything with these torque tubes again. Okay, so we got my 12 volt power supply. We got it hooked up to the blue and brown wires. It's fully in one direction. I don't know if that's retracted or extended. I just don't know yet, but hopefully someone can comment. Does that look like that's about the full position? And then now we're gonna, and don't worry about that bolt not being on there all the way. I just am testing this. So now let's switch these. Okay, so now it's fully extending. So that's flat motor fully extended. Someone let me know if that seems about right. There you go.